Welcome to Archangel Revelations and Prophecies 444. I'm Gat, your host. This person had done an earlier reading and they just want to confirm things. They want to see if this person is their twin soul or not. I'm noticing a couple of things already before even getting into it. All right, so we'll go to the left is the female, to the right is the male representing Jersey. What's up? What's up? Now, I'm not from Essex County. That's a little north of me. Them brothers be knocking people out. Peace out to GMS to be out there on the corner in Newark. I think they on Broad Street, I think. And then Plainfield. Let me tell you how get down before we start, because I'm in that type of mood. I had a dude that came in this neighborhood, the same neighborhood I'm still in. And this dude was like, this is way back. You're going to let me have to go way back. But this dude was about 2 steps away from being all out gay. So I took this dude, taught him some confidence, showed him how to fight. But he became a Frankenstein master. So he beat up his cousin who used to hang out with me, but his cousin was a rat anyway. So his cousin was mad at me. Like, I ain't had nothing to do with it. I just trained the dude how to fight. He chose who he wanted to fight. So me and his cousin was never friends that much again. We used to be best friends. So his cousin and my older sister became best friends, and they stayed best friends to the day she died. And then this dude, he wanted to fight me. Now, how you gonna? But that's how it is. People just be real unfaithful and ungrateful. So then he wanted to fight me. So that was one of my best fights though, because I was not letting him win. He, by that time he was fighting everybody. He had learned how to fight. In fact, I just got finished talking about the guy that knocked me out. He actually fought that dude. But he ain't win. I wasn't letting this dude because I trained him. How you gonna beat me? How you gonna disrespect me? So that was one of my best fights. I actually went low on him. I couldn't tag up his face. He couldn't tag up mine, so I went to the body. So I think I won that fight. But anyway, he went to Plainfield High School, and this is a light skin. He looked white. This dude, he was mixed, but he was so light skinned. So when he went to Plainfield, New Jersey, when Joe Clark was out there, the principal, and this dude was fighting everybody in Plainfield. And Plainfield ain't no joke either. Plainfield ain't no joke. But that's my work. I trained that, but I trained a lot of people that went on to become legends. Just so y'all know. And the funny thing is, this dude, he was like a nerd. I thought I was a nerd, but this dude was like a real nerd. And me and him went to, all our people went to New York, Madison Square Garden to see Parliament Funkadelic. To be real with y'all, I don't even mind admitting it. I was the first dude to dance at a concert. For real. This is real talk. Because wasn't nobody dancing in New York except me. And I had my flashlight in honor of Parliament Funkadelic, but the batteries was low. So the flashlight didn't work and I was dancing. So people started throwing like sodas on me and stuff. But I didn't even care. I was just good to be with Parliament. You know what I'm saying? But then when it was all over, we ain't know how to get, like, I ain't know, I'm in New York. I don't know how to get back to no train station. Because when you're real young, you just stupid. So now I'm scared to death because I'm going to be trapped in New York. And somehow this little nerd knew how to get back to and I still don't know how this little nerd, but he knew he got us back to the train station and everything. So I thank God for protecting us that night. Because we got busted smoking weed on the train. But he couldn't do nothing. There was too many black people. So the conductor was just looking at us. He couldn't do nothing. There was too many of us. So I just thought I started off like that. Welcome to Archangel Revelations and Prophecies 444. I'm Gat, your host. We're going to go right through this natal chart. Now, this is what I need people to do. You should have pen and paper. You should be listening up. Because it's like this. All I can do is give you what's on the chart. Now, if you want further questions or something like that, then you got to set that up. Like, if you got further questions, angel card readings. But you getting a lot of information for a very low price at the end of the day. And I'm trying to keep it affordable. I'm not trying to rip nobody off. I'm not trying to go crazy. But too much of mine is going into this. And you got people that I go over the chart, do the best I can, give thorough free information, understand it. Because you got your natal charts coming with this. And you can look at it or have other information, websites to look at. Anything you need to understand your chart is there too. But we got to work together. So you can't get the chart and then be like, you don't even look at it. And you talking about you don't understand and this and that. Because what's going to happen is you're going to have to be rescheduled. You understand? And it's people waiting. So I can't keep everybody else waiting because you don't want to do nothing. You got your chart. You got all the answers you need. Now you have to sit down, get a quiet spot and take your time. Maybe get a pen and paper out. Do some things like that because everything can't be done that way. And that's why I be trying to help everybody. This is really like a service. It's a phenomenal service I'm offering that ain't nobody offering it worldwide that I know of. And if they are, let me know if I'm guaranteed the prices ain't low like mine. I'm keeping it low for a reason. I'm trying to help as many people as possible. But some of y'all gotta just stop being so lazy and expect somebody to do more than they can. I can only do so much. That's what's up. Other than that, everything is appreciated. But we're gonna keep 2017 flowing. We're gonna drive this vehicle till the wheels fall off, or until they take the car. Either one. So if you notice on his chart and your chart, I'm seeing a lot of 20s. 20s mean they trying to get a solar ascension. We'll talk about that a little later. So we're going into the ascendant. First house is Taurus, Chiron retrograde. First house is like Aries energy, and Taurus, because that's the first house. So this could be a stubborn person, but it could also be a very loyal person if they're in a relationship. And this is the female's chart to the left. That's where I'm at. And Chiron is retrograde for some past life situations. Second house is Gemini, and that's the house of finances and possessions, and that's ruled by Taurus. But so it could be a past life money issue, but it's too early to tell. But it is, because you see Jupiter is retrograde, so now you know you're dealing with a past life money issue. Third house, communications, but they made this female a nurturer. She's got the moon, so she's a nurturer, communicator. Fourth house is family, and got Leo there. Lilith is not retrograde, which is good. Jupiter is retrograde, so you're dealing with past life money. The fourth house is education, family. Can deal with spirituality, land, property, the mother, vehicles, and even the heart. So in a family setting or any of those settings, this person's kind of like a lion, courageous. Fifth house is a romance house. Love, risk-taking, adventure, travel, having fun, childbearing children. That's the fifth house. And you got Virgo there. So there was some type of healing there. And then you got a Saturn retrograde. So it might have been a lack of discipline in that house. And this is the house you're supposed to be working on. Your true north node is saying that your fifth house of just what I just said, fun, romance, everything I just said, you got to be working on healing in that. And also looks like you might have a karmic debt because of Saturn's retrograde. So maybe in this house you lack control, or maybe you just wasn't fun enough. Possibly. Sixth house. Relationship again, healing. Virgo is the sixth house, the healer. Relationship healing, and then you got vertex cross and the good fortune. Good fortune means this is the house that the universe took pleasure in when they set this whole thing up. Vertex cross is a portal, supernatural portal. And Pluto is really the underworld. Pluto rules Scorpio, and Pluto is this underworld, and Scorpio rules that house as well. So you're definitely dealing with probably twin soul stuff, twin soul relationship and stuff like that. And as soon as you go to your relationship house, number 7, there goes Scorpio. So you know you're dealing with something. And Uranus is kind of like free-spirited, independent. And whenever you see any type of 20s, they're talking about solar ascension. That's the number 20. So it might be independence in Scorpio in the 7th house. So this would be somewhat of a 8th house relationship, soul relationship. Like I keep saying, it's implying twin souls. Now, when you go to your 8th house, your Sagittarius is there, but Sagittarius rules your 9th house, which is your higher self. And if you notice your 9th house, you not only have the sun there, but you have medium coeli. So they're still toying with solar ascension. Solar ascension is when both twin souls connect. They say, hey, we're supposed to be working together. Let's work together. They start to work together, which means they can solar ascend back to the source. Just like Jesus said, I'm the only way back to the source. Or they're going to keep reincarnating, which is the darkness. The Old Testament represents the moon, which is sin. The moon is called sin, which is reincarnation. Lunar or moon soul reincarnation. And then the New Testament represents the sun, S-U-N, the day star, the morning star, the sun of righteousness, S-U-N. That's why your Bible ends in Malachi chapter 4. That's the last book of the Old Testament. It ends with the sun, S-U-N, S-U-N of righteousness. Just like the book of Revelation. That doesn't end, but Revelation 19 has the sun. The angel stands in the sun. They're all talking about solar ascension. The Bible is an astrological book. So now in your, I believe we're now in your 8th house. Venus is there because we're talking about love. Neptune is there because Neptune is going to deal with your subconscious, dreams. It can make you idealistic. And Sagittarius is there to heal your past soul matters so you can solar ascend. And then you got Capricorn there dealing with Mars, Pallas, the Sun, medium quality, and Mercury. So they're giving you all this energy. And Capricorn is a hard worker. So if you notice, you don't have a lot of retrogrades. Yes, your first house, and that's just past life healing. And then it just looks like you got past life money coming. Now, again, I don't know you personally, so I don't know if the money has come. I don't know. I don't know when it's coming. But I know for a fact everything you're hearing is divine timing when you're supposed to hear it. Even if it seems like it's moving late, it's moving exactly with the divine timing. All right. So your 9th house really actually looks good, believe it or not. And the sun is in there. So then you go to the 10th house, which is it could be your career, but it could also be your project if it's twin flame. But Aquarius is going to be that teacher that also teaches the community. And you're Juno. So Juno is telling you might end up in a relationship with somebody that is either a Capricorn or an Aquarius, possibly. And then you got nurture in there and vest a lot of energy. So they're really making you out to be like you would be the one that will really try to keep the relationship together. That's why sometimes you see a woman and she keep chasing a man, and you say, man, why she keep chasing that man? She's stupid. But if you was to see her natal chart, you could kind of see why. Like, this is that kind of natal chart. Not saying you should do that, because I do think you're stupid. No, I'm just joking, okay? Everybody calm down. I'm glad I'm back. Now, what else? What else? Oh, and just like you see these televangelists, and they get all this money, you say, oh, look, they're using the name of Jesus and making all this money. They're a bunch of crooks. But if you look on that natal chart and you see some of them supposed to get it. I'm not saying I agree with it because I don't, but you ain't gonna stop the universe. So you can talk all you want, but the universe gonna do what it wants to do. And then in your 11th house, well, what was your 10th house? Your Aquarius. Your 11th house is Pisces, so that's like ruled by Aquarius. So they're making you very psychic, very enlightened, and then you're gonna help other people. And then your 12th house is Aries energy, but East Point. And if you see how they got 22, 22. 22, 22. So that's definitely twin flame, but they're dealing with Aries energy, can be real dysfunctional or really aggressive, and then it's in your dysfunctional house of house 12, which is ruled by Pisces. But they're trying to control it. They're trying to make you more spiritual, so you have a better grip on your Aries energy, and that you can be a better nurturer or healer for your twin. And that's at the East Point. That's 22, 22. So we are going to look that number up. What is number 22, 22? Number 22, 22. Now I'm going to see if this works. Nope. Got to go to the index. And then want to look up number 22, 22. All right. And they say number 22 is a powerful number that vibrates all the attributes of 2. I'm not going to read all that, though. But you can read that by going to Sacred Scribes, Angel Number. All these links are on your natal chart form that comes with this. But I will read this. Angel number 2222 and it encourages you to take a balanced, harmonious, and peaceful stance in all areas of your life, no matter what the circumstance. So that's why that number 2222, if I'm not mistaken, is in your 12th house, because that's a dysfunctional house. Trust that everything will turn out for the highest good of all in the long term, so do not put your energies into negativity. So they're letting you know, like you said in your email, if you got to cut things off, it's time to cut it off. That's what they're telling you. Do not put your energies into negativity such as fear or worry, but rather be aware that all is being worked out by spirit for the highest good of all involved. With positive affirmations, visualizations, and a firm belief in yourself, you will manifest the best of outcomes in all areas of your life. Maintain your connection to the angels and the universal energies, and listen to your intuition and angelic guides. So there is more on 2222 that you can look up. All right, so we're going to do this. All right, give me 1 second. I'm trying to get something straight here. Now, I believe we are now going over to the male chart. Ascendant Capricorn, nothing there really. Again, Capricorn is generally the worker, but because Capricorn is ruled by Saturn, it could mean self-discipline or person who tries to set standards. It could mean that, but not necessarily. Second house, Aquarius, again with the finances, and because you got a significant Aquarius in your house as well. Then the third is Pisces, and you have a significant Pisces in yours. But his moon sign is Pisces. We want to do it again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then you got Aries again. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4 Aries in the fourth house. So that's just aggression. With I already said the fourth house: family, education, land, property, the vehicle. Fifth house is romance. You got Taurus. He's got Taurus there. A lot of twos. That's the couples. 18 and 666. A lot of love. But so Taurus can be stubborn, but Taurus can also be faithful in a relationship. And then when he gets to the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, the sixth house, which is trying to heal the twins, the twin relationship, you have Venus, that's about love, and Kyrus is also nurturing, trying to heal it. Then you got that whole Cancer thing going on. And the seventh house, that's the nurturing, trying to heal it. Mercury trying to communicate, trying to heal it. Nurturing, healing. Invest a lot of energy to make it work. So I don't know, because you know him, I don't know. But according what I read so far through those houses, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and that's really called the ascendant. And now once you get to the seventh house, it's called the descendant. But he seems like he's trying. Like he would be the type that would try to work through a relationship. But you would know better than me. Because if you notice, he had no retrogrades. Now we get to the seventh house. That's his true north node. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, that's the eighth house. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And his eighth house. That's his true north node to work on the eighth house. But he's got that sun in the eighth house, which can be a dark house. So he knows he's bold. He's a lion. He's romantic, passionate, probably all that stuff. And the eighth house is Scorpio. So that's that kind of like really could be freaky, could be romantic. The sun makes it lively. But also, he's the type of person that'll shine light on things that are kind of like hidden. That's his true north node. It's also the universe's pleasure that he does that. And he's got that portal, which is 666 again. 18. He has a lot of 18. 666. Pure love. So he's kind of like a loving individual. And then we go to the ninth house, which is Virgo. And then Lilith is the feminine aspect of his soul did not feel cherished. So Lilith is backwards, a retrograde. And Juno means he would end up in a relationship with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. He might end up in a relationship with a Sagittarius, possibly. And it got because this is the ninth house. I'm gonna count it again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 house. He's got money, the relationship. He might end up in a relationship with a Sagittarius or a Virgo. And then Saturn, the same thing, because it's the ninth house. Saturn is just discipline and rules. But let me just count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now the 10th house, again, in a Libra. So again, this could mean two things. 10th house can mean your project. If you're in a twin flame relationship, your 10th house can mean that is your career, is a unite with this twin in this lifetime. Or it can also mean your career, but like when you see Libra, that's somebody that's going to be in law, justice, anything that's balancing out peace and harm, peace corps, peace officer, anything like that would be the 10th house. And you see you got Mars there and Pluto. So that's what, Mars and Pluto going to make it very deep, very intense. And you see you got Pluto in your thing too. And then, see, medium quality should really be your 10th house. But for some reason, it's in 11th. But now you see it again. You see Mercury. You see Scorpio with Uranus again. And you see Neptune with Sagittarius. So again, y'all definitely got a lot in common. So now while I'm just looking at yeah, it's deep. Just give me a couple of seconds because I'm gonna have to look at this. But all I can tell you, as far as his chart's concerned, he don't really have any that I could tell. Cause it seemed like he would want to be in a relationship. So I'm gonna look at this one by one, but yep, your Chiron is in Taurus. His Chiron is in Taurus. Your moon is in the third house. His moon is in the third house. Jupiter and Leo. And because this time that I chose is selected, it's not really his actual time, it's a good chance his Jupiter would be in Leo. And then you got Lilith in Leo. But again, because the time is not certain, that Jupe could be in Leo. It's one of them things because it's not a set time. Then Saturn is in Virgo. His Saturn is in Virgo. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. True North Node, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Could almost say Virgo and Leo. True North, and his True North Node is Leo. See, 1, 2. Your True North Node is Virgo and Leo, and his True North Node is Leo. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Leo and Scorpio. Then you got Libra with Pluto, and he's got Libra with Pluto. His is 1912, yours is 1915. Your good fortune is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Your good fortune is Virgo, Libra. His good fortune is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Scorpio, Leo. Now you got Scorpio and Uranus. His is Scorpio, Uranus. You got Sagittarius and Venus, but it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Scorpio, Sagittarius, Venus, and then this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Venus, Virgo, Gemini. Neptune and Sagittarius. His is Neptune and Sagittarius. Mercury. And see, now this is when y'all go, see, this is that weird stuff. This is why you got to read Santos. Notice how your Mercury is in Capricorn, but his Mercury is in Cancer. So this is Santos. You got to read. It's in your form you're gonna get. It's in your natal chart form, but you got to read Santos because he talks about that whole connection between Capricorn and Cancer. Because there's a reason for that. Now, where's your Palace? All right, where's your Mars? Where's your Vesta? Ceres. Juno. See, I'll keep it 100. You got enough to show that you already knew that, but now you can see it. That's the difference. You already knew there was a connection, but now you can see it. But the time, if we had his time, it might make a difference. But by what I'm seeing is it's definitely some type of soul connection. So you could definitely say soul mate. But I wouldn't necessarily say twin, whatever. And I don't even know why either one of y'all, I don't know why that would even be like that major of an issue. Because I don't see a lot of retrogrades, and I don't see what would cause you to, or for you to make you feel a certain way. I don't know. Because he only got 2 retrogrades. Lilith and Neptune. And sometimes Neptune ain't even really a retrograde. It's not necessarily karma because Neptune is talking to your subconscious. It may just be telling you past life stuff. So I definitely don't see anything on his chart that would imply, be a difficult. And if you wanted me to keep it 100, he just seemed like he a good guy, And I hate to say that, but I don't know. But on his chart, it seemed like he like a loving dude. It like he a good guy, and sometimes ladies just don't like that and shit. I really don't know. Now I want to check one other thing. And even on yours, I don't see a lot of retrogrades on yours either. Nothing that's really significant. That's why, like, if somebody showed me this chart, I would be like, well, I don't know if they twin flames, but they probably get along real good. I would say something like that, like they probably get along pretty well. That would be what I would say. So some way, obviously, I'm missing something. I don't know what, but I don't see it on the chart, so I don't know. And we all from Jersey, all right? Let's keep it 100 now. You know Jersey, the realest in the nation, in the 51 or 52 or 53 states, whatever it is, we the realest. Let's keep it 100. All right, now give me 1 second. I got to check one last thing, and then we're going to end this. I want to thank this person. That's the best I can do. They did have angel. Yeah, let's relook at your angel questions real quick. Yeah, when you said what is his mindset towards you, if this is the same dude, you said what is his mindset towards you, and Michael said be crystal clear. Because sometimes your females just don't get with good dudes. I'm not saying he is. I don't know. I'm not there. All right, but sometimes y'all feeling, especially your Jersey women. No, but some of y'all up north. No, the up north. I keep it 100. I had good relationships with the females up north. I never really had a problem with the females up north because I'm not really up north. I'm in the middle. I'm not in Atlantic City. That's like an hour away, and then Newark and then where they at in all that area. That's like an hour away. So I'm like in the middle of all that. But the females up north wasn't as crazy as the ones down here. Just keeping it 100. Okay, now you said how do you stop your negative pattern? Well, Chamuel said Taurus. So what's going on with Taurus? That is the ascendant, and you see Chiron healing. Well, that would be their way of saying they're working on it. And then where's his Taurus? And he got Chiron too. So the angels are telling you that they're working on it because they said Taurus, and you even got Pallas, which shows angels. Pallas represents others that are helping you. And then didn't Jophiel tell you patience? See, I hope you ain't a typical female, because man, you was cool. Now I don't know. Now I seen this chart. I don't think man you could be cool no more. Because then Jophiel say patience. Michael said you need to be crystal clear. You said, how do I stop our negative pattern? Chamuel said they working on it. And then Raguel said relationship harmony with Sagittarius. And you saw all that work on your chart. You kept hearing me say Sagittarius. On his chart, they working on his mind through subconscious. And on your, they working too. Sometimes less talk and more sleeping. That's what Michelle Patterson says. She's a card reader out here. She says whenever she has issues, she just goes to sleep or meditate or something. The angels are there trying to help it out. And you said, how do you stop your negative pattern? And Raziel is a Leo. He said, take back your power. Now, where's Leo? There go your money, too. Y'all always messing that money up. And that's what the money, past life money. Because you don't realize when you're messing around, past life money. And Lilith is there, too, with 6 boat. And that's the love. And then where's his Leo? And his Leo got a lot of activity. That's his true north node. And he got the sun in Leo. So that he is a Leo. 18 is a 666. True north node is solar ascension. See, they telling you that you're going to mess the money up and your solar ascension if you don't get it together. And then you asked about marriage and only one card came out. Gabriel, the moon card came out, which is Cancer. We'll look for the moon first. Yep. And you are a Cancer. In your third house of communications. 1, 2, 3. So they kind of saying, yeah, hey, as long as you be honest with your communication, like Michael said. And then let me see where he's at. His moon sign is Pisces. He's psychic. And then where his Cancer is the third house, or the fourth house, I should say. Yeah, but guess what? Guess who's in your fourth house? Leo, which is what he is. Because you said when you marry, said moon sign Cancer, but Cancer rules the fourth house, and your fourth house is Leo, where he's at. So you got to really, see people, I'm going to keep it 100. People don't really want to do, I make it as low as possible, right? And people still want to be cheap, but you do, this is why you want to get angel cards and your natal charts, because the angels is trying to help you. But no, you're trying to find the cheapest way and blah, blah, blah. Got all this money for weed, all this money for shooting stuff up in your arm, all this money for the alcohol, all this money for crazy stuff, movies and social stuff. But your life, you want to be cheap. And then you wonder why your relationship's effed up. So they're already showing you. Now I'm just looking where his moon is at with Pisces. And his Cancer is where? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep, Cancer is in his 7th house of relationships. And you're the Cancer. And then in your 4th house, where they just directed you to your 4th house, which is ruled by Cancer. When you asked would you get married, they said Cancer. It was Leo. All right, and then when you ask what changes you need to make, Hanael says sensitivity, so maybe you need to be a little bit more sensitive. Or maybe they're telling you, like I told you about him, and it even said Metatron. Metatron deals with the indigo children. Maybe he's just a sensitive male. See, there's a lot of males here that are not from third dimension, so they're not going to act like a third dimensional man. And your ladies are used to a third dimensional man, but these guys are more sensitive. But they're loyal and stuff like that, but they don't have all that. Like, I don't have it no more. Like, I don't see things. Like, a lot of women be liking attention. I'm not saying this is the case with this person, but they like the guy is smiling and up in your face, or arguing, or just making things, whatever. And they like that stuff. They just really like it because it's kind of like a little bit of fun drama, and it's not boring. So, but that don't mean he's going to be loyal to you. All that means is he's fun, or he likes to play games. So he's kind of like a player. But when it comes time for him to man up and be serious, it is going to come a time when you're going to want that. And then you're going to be like, wow, he's none of those things. Whereas you got this guy that maybe he don't do all that looking in your eyes as much, or he don't do all that, playing mind games and all that stuff with you. But he's serious. But you don't appreciate it. And sometimes you don't appreciate something until it's gone. And you ask, will you marry this person? If that person, I think it is. I think that person to the right is this person you're talking about. And you ask again, will you marry him? They did Gemini again, which is the twins. They did the Gabriel Moon Cancer again, which he's right where I say with Cancer. And then Ariel told you to be courageous. Don't like run. And I did suggest you get a reading with Shy, but that's up to you. Because I suggested that back. That's totally up to you. Well, that's all I can say, because they agree with me. See, people be hating on me. Y'all don't understand. I get a lot of hate because people get mad because I get their natal chart and I read what I see, and then they want to send me emails like I don't know what I'm talking about because they don't want to accept the truth. But if you notice, the angels, we went over this stuff weeks ago. And if you see now, we got the chart, and the chart agrees with everything the angels said. Because you're not going to be out of sync with the angels. They know what they're talking about. And there'll be that one person that wait for something that just don't go right and say, oh, hey, one thing that you want to question, but you don't look at all the times these angels have been right on point and all these people that have been helped. So I like to say one thing. If you got anybody in your life that's trying, if you got anybody in your life that cares, you should be thanking God for that. Stop taking everything for granted. Anybody, I don't care who you are. Stop taking everything for granted. Learn patience, learn how to work things out, and realize everything ain't going to be perfect all the time. Make the best out of a situation. Let's stop all this childish stuff. 2017 is a new year, and we're not going to be putting up with the BS. This is Get. If anybody else is interested in anything you see out here or anything else, you can holler back. You can hit me up at the email. All that's in the description box, and I'll send you whatever you need or answer whatever questions, and then we just got to keep it moving because nobody's promised tomorrow. So I'm going to live today to the fullest. God bless.